Hey everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Storytime. Sorry it's a day late. Life gets busy sometimes and got kind of hectic yesterday and I didn't get a chance to shoot my story. I probably should just start shooting them a couple days ahead of time, but life is also really busy for the rest of the week, so sometimes it's kind of hard for me to get them done on Sundays. But luckily I was in the store today and I was able to come see one of our good friends, Urkanida, who is one of our African Pygmy hedgehogs. Now, hedgehogs are adorable, especially when you have baby hedgehogs, because they're called hoglets, and they have that cute little pink nose and those big dark eyes, and they're always sniffing around looking for stuff. Now, there are hedgehogs in New Zealand, Europe, Africa, and even North America, and they're all just a little bit different from one another. The African Pygmies are some of the smallest, and they're the ones that have been socialized to be pets, but they don't always make the best pets for everybody. They can be kind of antisocial. They're solitary, just like out in the wild. They only come together when they want to find another hedgehog to mate. Other than that, they live by themselves. They're nocturnal, so they're up all night long, making lots of noise and running on wheels and rooting around their habitats. So you can tell, like, she's sniffing a lot, which is basically her trying to check out, make sure everything's okay. And she'll start to move her spines up if she gets a little bit sensitive. Now, these spines aren't hairs, we call them quills, but they're not like a porcupine quill. Porcupine quills can come out. A hedgehog quills can't. They're made of keratin, which is just modified hair. I mean, our hair is made out of keratin, so is theirs, but these ones come nice and sharp. So when they feel threatened, they will use all these muscles in their back to help push these spines up and help deter predators. So lots of predatory birds or large mammals might go after these guys, but those spikes in them, they don't really want to deal with them at all. In the meantime, I just swallowed a bug. There's a first for everything on camera, and as you guys know, I don't do reshoots. I like doing all these in one shot because things happen, mistakes happen. I really wish I'd brought my water with me now. So, hedgehogs can be happy, but they can also be pretty grumpy. Like right now, she's a little grumpy, but I was going to read her a book called The Happy Hedgehog Band by Jill Barton. I can still feel the bug in my throat. It's probably going to be there a while. So excuse me if I cough a little. So, Urkanida, we're going to read The Happy Hedgehog Band and see if this will make you a happier hedgehog than you being Miss Grumpy right now, okay? Deep in the heart of Dixon Woods lived a happy hedgehog named Harry. Harry loved noise, so he made a big drum, and we banged on the drum, tum-tum-ta-tum. A hedgehog called Helen was out in the woods. She heard tum-tum-ta-tum, and she liked it. So she made a drum and went off to join the drumming. Okay. And so did a hedgehog named Norbert and another called Billy. They both made drums and followed the tum-tum-ta-tums until all the hedgehogs with drums were gathered together at Harry's. Tum-tum-ta-tum went one drum that was Harry. Diddle-diddle-dum went one drum that was Helen. Rat-a-tat-tat went one drum that was Norbert. And boom went one drum that was Billy. Tum-tum-ta-tum, diddle-diddle-dum, rat-a-tat-tat, boom. Tum-tum-ta-tum, diddle-diddle-dum, rat-a-tat-tat, boom. You don't like it when I lift the pages and turn the book, do you? Why don't you just hide under my hand? All the woods were humming and tumming with drumming. Stop, cried the pheasant, the owl, and the bee, and the mole from his hole, and a badger called Sam, and his mother, and the fox, and the crow, and the deer, and the dove, and the frog, and the toad, and the spider, and the dog who lost in the woods. Tum went the band, and they stopped. "We want to play too," said the others, "but we haven't got drums, so what can we do?" And nobody knew except Harry. Harry knew all about noise, so he said, "You can hum, you can hoot, you can buzz, you can whistle, you can clap, you can click, and you can pop. We'll carry on with the drums." If Urkanida was there, she could hiss and snort. And they did. And the dog who was lost in the woods just danced. Tum tum to tum, diddle diddle dum, rat-a-tat-tat, boom. And that is the story of the Happy Hedgehog Band by Jill Barton. So that's a pretty fun little story that even though we all might not be able to play drums, there might be other things we can do. And there's always ways to get other people to be able to join in. We just gotta be creative about it because everybody has some type of special talent out there, and that includes you. Like I said, Urkanida could have joined in with some hissing sound. She would have made a good addition to that band. Because she's being a little wound up right now, but that's okay, because I accidentally woke her up to bring her down for this story. But I really wanted you guys to see a hedgehog. Look at that frumpy face. Yeah, we scrunched that brow. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's story, and we will see you next week.